Hey guys, what's up guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm also fine, thank you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the new subscribers, welcome to the new family, and please consider subscribing as we get growing and going. To the returning subscribers, you mean the whole world to me. Thank you for always coming back to check on me, and I don't take this for granted, and I'm very happy that you choose to watch my videos. So please give the video a like if you like it, and leave a comment below. Tell me about anything or anything that you would like me to talk about as we get going. So guys, it's a nice day and it's a sunny day. We're still in springtime as we're waiting for the great summer to come. And so I find the weather it's hot, and even for going out you need to put something. I find everyone putting some hats or some capes, their capes, um, to protect their heads, because when it's sunny like this and you go out, you're going to get a headache. And also if I'm going anywhere, I have to carry my water bottle. I have to carry water because it's really hot. I think the summer weather, the summer climate, the summer weather um, is here in advance, because it's springtime and I expect it should be raining from time to time, and it should be a cool weather, but I find it's very hot. Although I like it, because when it was snowing I was still complaining, although I was super excited to see the snow. But later afterwards, the cold was too much for me, and seeing that I'm not used to such cold weathers in Kenya, but I survived. It was cold, and sometimes even walking you could feel your feet. It's kind of freezing, and so it was like that. You had to wear gloves everywhere, you had to wear warm shoes and warm socks, warm clothes, cover your throat, because that's when most people get some throat problems. And yeah, but I'm happy the spring is here. So I'm going to talk in today's video. I'm going to talk about the some of the cultural shocks that I found here in France, and things that I didn't witness it a lot in Kenya. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the first thing I noticed, a lot of people, okay, here in France, people follow the rules and the laws, and so it's very rare to find people driving anyhow. So you find people they are strict followers of rules, and cause there are consequences, of course. Actually, if you're found driving ooh, sorry, my Kenyan accent in me. If you're found driving anyhowly, you're going to get a fine. And what they do, there are those cameras at the roads, and they capture your vehicle together with your face, and they send it, because they will identify your vehicle, and they will send some fines at your place. And I think when you're given some the maximum time, the maximum fine. So if you fine the first time, the second time, I don't know how many times, but if you find the maximum, you're going to get your driving license revoked, and you're going to start the procedures of applying for a new driving permit, and it's not very easy because processes here are very slow. And so I find people obey laws, because you find somebody can, in Kenya, okay, not everyone, but majority, you want to turn over and there's no vehicle coming, you can just turn anyhow, anywhere. But here, even in the interior places, in the villages, you have to go about and just you just don't turn over and do your thing. Here people obey laws, and I find it a good thing. Yeah, so that's one thing. The second thing, it's about courtesy. You find okay, when you go to a restaurant or a shop, the first word that should come out of your mouth, it's bonjour. Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur. That's the greeting, that's hello. And because if you just get in and just proceed to ask for whatever you want, some of them can't even sell to you, because that's disrespect. Although sometimes we forget and you find they're the one telling us bonjour, but normally you are the one. If you go to the shop, you're the one who should say, who should greet the person selling, not the one, not the vice, not the other way around. So I find that's happening. And also, okay, you should say bonjour when you're going out. Say goodbye, say au revoir, à bientôt, bonne journée. That's goodbye, see you soon, have a nice day, something like that. And life will be easy for you. Because actually for me, I wasn't used to this in Kenya. I was used to going taking whatever I'm taking and paying, asking how much is this. But here you have to say hello, you have to say goodbye. Asking for something in a shop, you have to say, please may I have a sandwich, please may I have whatever you're going to buy. And that's it. And so courtesy, it's another thing. And okay, in rural areas, rural areas, I think it's a normal thing to greet everyone you come across. Just say bonjour, bonjour. It won't cost you anything, just saying bonjour. And yeah, that's it. But in towns, they're everyone everywhere, and so you don't care about it, because you can just go saying hello to everyone in let's say in a capital city or in a city. No, it's not going to make any sense to everyone. So but in the rural places, you have to say at least a bonjour. Yeah, it's that way. And so the third thing about the what I got shocked about, it's okay, the French way to the dinners, the meals, how they take their meals. Let's say they are hosting a dinner party. Actually, that was the most challenging thing that happened to me when I came here, because for me, I'm used to eating and finishing the chapter, closing the chapter, and continuing with life. But here I found out that most of the people, to all the dinners I've gone to, it should be at least 2 hours. Some can go for 3 hours, 4 hours. Of course, yeah, because they eat a lot. The French eat a lot. And so you find we start with an appetizer kind of, and they call it apéro or aperitif. And in appetizer, in apéro, they have wine, ground nuts, some hams, and some ground nuts, some cashew nuts, some salty biscuits, anything that's salty plus alcohol. That's the apiho. After that, they will go to the main meal. Especially in summertime, they will have their meals outside. So they will start cooking the meal when the guests arrive, and so they'll be discussing, talking as they take the aperitif, as the hosts are preparing the barbecue, and yeah. And so, okay, after aperitif, there is the main meal, which they eat, and they take their time to eat. They're not in a hurry, and yeah, that's it. So after the main meal, they will have some dessert, and to take the dessert, and they eat their dessert. It can be an ice cream. It can be some cakes, some sweet cakes. It can be some yogurts, something sugary. I don't know. I think I think because of speaking French, I find that I'm kind of twisting my. I have a lot of problems tuning my tongue from one language to another. In general, I speak 5 languages. So I speak my mother tongue, of course, Kikuyu. I'm very fluent in it. I speak Swahili, which is my national language, and English, it's my third language, and French, it's my fourth language, and Spanish, I'm learning Spanish, but I don't speak much of it, but at least I can understand, and I have some basics, and so that's it. So I find myself, when I'm trying to turn from one language to another, I find I have to think a lot. I have to kind of train my mind to tune to the next language. So after the dessert, they have some fruits, some watermelon, and I came to know there is a difference between a watermelon and a melon, because for me, I thought it's all the same, but a watermelon, it's the melon that's red inside, and they call it pastèque, and the melon, they call it melon, and it's yellow inside, but and the outside it's just like a watermelon, but when you cut it inside, it's yellow, but the watermelon, it's red, yeah. And so, okay, they eat some fruits after the dessert. Then they have some other drinks, alcoholic drinks. It can be wine, it can be cider, it can be a beer or anything of such kind. Yeah, and the meal is too long. They speak, they laugh, they listen to music. And so it's considered very rude to get out of table before finishing the dinner. You have to stay there. Maybe in case of an emergency, of course, you can excuse yourself. But normally the dinner, you should stay in the dinner, because normally there are chairs in the other side, and there are other chairs on the other side, and so it's kind of a meeting, so it's considered rude. So for me, I hated dinners, because I'm not used to eating that slow, and so it was another cultural shock. And so the other one, here you find that, okay, men are the one, most of them, I'm not saying, I'm saying in general, men are the ones that do everything. You find the cooking, They are changing the baby's diapers, they are washing the house, they are doing the laundry, they are doing everything. And so it was funny for me because actually that's not what I'm used to. Yeah, but yeah, it's their culture. And so the other thing, for the French, they get, okay, not all of them, but most of them, they get irritated very fast and they use all kind of swear words. Yeah, because okay, I have some friends. I have French. I have friends, French friends who are French. Yeah, and okay, I kind of enjoy when they are irritated because they. It's funny just to look at them when they are irritated. They will say, you find out that maybe there's a problem with the car, and you find they are shouting and saying that fuck word in French, and it's very funny when they're saying it. And so yeah, they get irritated very fast. Okay, in general. Okay, the other thing about French, the French, hmm, am I exhausting all of them? I think okay, they love okay, here in France, and you find that the streets are very clean, and there are poubelles, it's the bins, there are bins everywhere. And so you find you can't throw uh, your your bin anywhere. Because that reminds me, okay, when I was new here, and oh, not only the French, because actually I was with some English person, and so okay, okay, I think that should be a story for another day. Yeah, I think so. So that's it. The other thing about French, they like oh, something's going wrong with my camera. Oh yeah, sure. So the other thing about the French is that uh food. Oh, okay, I had said about this, but food, it's a is the common thing. It's a very important thing in the French culture, and they say that, and also the wine, and they say that wine is sacred and no one can dare touch it. No one, it will never go forever and ever. If you know, you know. uh, and so, okay, the other thing about France and the French people, they take their health very seriously, and that's why you find pharmacies everywhere in each and every town you go. No matter how small the town is, you're going to get a pharmacy, and that shows how they consider their health come first. Yeah, and so the other thing I had said about this also, but let me emphasize on it. Here they drive on the right hand side, and so if you're coming from other places and you drive on the left hand side, yeah, just be prepared to change, because here they drive in the right hand side. Okay, the other thing about the French is oh yeah, the metros. The metros, it's the underground, can I call them the underground trains? And they are very convenient. They are, I think, in every town, in every big town you find the metros, and the underground trains. And I find out, I think in the metro areas you should be careful, because there are a lot of pickpocketers, everywhere. Yeah, we are in France, but it is what it is. So you gotta be careful. If you're carrying a bag, you have to hold it firmly. If it's your money, your phone, your documents, everything, you have to be very careful about them. And yeah, that's it. And okay, what's the other thing? The other thing, it's about uh, time. Okay, here in France, don't time. Okay, about time. Maybe uh, you're going to document something. It surely will take time, and so you just have to be patient about it, and just wait for it. And also, yeah, okay, there's another thing. You have to pay for your tickets. When you're traveling, you have to have your ticket. There are those machines. You go, you press, you put the place where you're heading to, your departure and your arrival place, your destination, and so you get a ticket. And so if you don't buy, you're going to be, and the traffic controllers find you, they're going to maybe pay, they're going to make you pay for 20 times more than that. That's how the rules are. So it's better you pay for the tickets, and when you're getting inside the train ticket, hold your ticket very well, because in case it get lost, they will say that you didn't pay, and so you have to be careful. The other thing is about okay, I've said about pickpocketers. Yeah. Oh, the other thing is about when you're going to document something, you're going to be asked for copies, for many copies. Yeah, for me, I remember applying for something I was applying for, and they asked me to send me my identification card almost 3 times, and I was like, oh my goodness, is this how you're going to live in here? So I think you have to be patient here, and yeah, that's it. So the next thing about here in France, about the strikes, so they are very strict. The civilians, they are very strict with the strikes, and so of late there have been a debate about retirement, and um, so they were asking the government to kind of decrease the years, because people are saying that they can't work until they are, I think it was 64. So the government had decided that people will retire at 64, but the civilians finds it's a lot, and so they say they go to retirement in their old age, and they're not able to enjoy what they have been working for, the retirement money. And so there have been strikes that have been affecting everything, and so you find they are very very the strikes, they don't they I okay, for me, I was seeing it's something, it's not that, it's not a big deal, it's just retirement, 2 years of retirement. And so the civilians wanted to go to retire at 62, and the government wants it at 64. So actually the roads were closed, everything was closed, so it affected everybody in general. And I think now they went down, because actually it's messed up with my plans, because there was a day that I had an appointment, and reaching at the appointment, I had to stay outside for a very long time because the roads were closed, and so I had to kind of reschedule the appointment. Yeah, that's it. And so that's it. About another thing about France, it's about the holidays. They have a lot of holidays. They have 10 holidays per year, and I think that's a lot. And about the holidays, I think the French love their free time. They love their being free, going for holidays. Holidays is something that the French take very seriously. You can find a person, okay, you can find even they stop everything, they stop even school to go for holiday if they don't get the holiday time in holiday, because there are people who work on holidays, so you find they have to recompensate. They don't go to school just to go for a holiday, and I find it cool though. Yeah, though, okay, for me, I love holidays also. No one hates holiday, just that I don't exaggerate, and I find sometimes it's exaggerated because, okay, skipping your classes to go for holidays, it's kind of I don't know, but it's their way of life. We're not here to judge, we're here to learn, to enjoy the culture. We have to respect each and every culture and just flow with the vibe. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think so. The last thing about the French, it's the weekends. Most of the shops are closed. Everything is closed, and so the weekends start from Friday to Monday. Because even Monday, when you go to most of the shops, they are closed because it's considered a weekend. So I think their weekdays start on Tuesday. That's when you can find, because even in pharmacy, you can find some pharmacy they are closed, and so, but the good thing is they have a system. Okay, I'll give an example with a restaurant because that's what I'm familiar with. When this restaurant is open on Monday, chances is open on weekdays, chances that it will be closed on the weekend to give the other restaurants the customers, of course, let's say. So they kind of alternate, and when this one is closed, this one is open, and I find that very organized. Yeah, that's it. So guys, for most of you who watched up to this place, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your massive love. It is never taken for granted, and I really appreciate you. And please show some love by subscribing, liking, and share my content. Yeah, we are road to 50 subscribers, but I hope you're going to get there. Just let's take a step by step as we get going. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, have a nice afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. I love you. Mwah.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you.